This is for my mama, Catherine Maddox Hansard. Mama should not have lived to be almost 87. There were many times in her life that she almost died. In her very early childhood years, she had two encounters where she should have died. Once was when she had gone out into the January winter of ice and snow, trying to get an icicle like everyone else in the house had, and she couldn't get back up the hill to the house. It was hours later when she was found. This wasn't her time. Then, when she was 5 or 6 years old, she got hit by a car. The funeral home director and the insurance agent showed up at her granny's home as they had heard that she was dead. But she lived, and she stayed in Grady Hospital for almost 9 months in a full body cast. This was not her time. Then, as she got into her late 20s, after having my younger sister, she ate a hot dog. She didn't realize until that time that she was highly allergic to hot dogs. So off to the hospital she went again. She told us later about this time, saying that she saw herself hovering over her body, lying on the stretcher with the doctors and nurses working on her. She talked about being told that she had to go back. She had to go back and take care of her babies, her children. That was not her time. And then the last time I knew about it was when she was in her 50s and she had surgery for a fibroidal tumor. And the doctors, after many, many hours past when they said they would be finished, came out and told us that they almost lost her on the operating table. But that wasn't her time. Now, we all know the Bible scripture, Ecclesiastes 3 1 through 8, and how it begins with, "For everything there is a season, and a time for every matter under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die." And I'm sure you're wondering why I'm telling you about all the times when she almost died before. And you see, now was her time, not before, but now. If I had to describe my mama in 3 words, it would be independent, strong, and stubborn. Yes, she was stubborn. I mean, she fired me twice after I came to live with her last October. And she was stubborn as she willed herself to live through all the challenges, the difficulties, and the pain that she suffered throughout her life. She was stubborn as she didn't want to miss out on anything. You see, she wanted to be in the room where it was happening because she had FOMO. So, yes, for everything there is a season. Yet for my mama, she often wondered why she was still living. And this was especially true toward the end. She questioned why she had to suffer and be in so much physical pain, as she always had been. You see, this was her time to let go and surrender to her season. Toward the end of this time, she talked to all of us about her greatest accomplishment, which was raising her children. And yes, that was definitely it, because she raised all 4 of us to be curious about life. And she was always teaching us a lesson, and sometimes even if we didn't want to learn that lesson. She taught us to read books and seek for answers, always. I mean, even as children, we would ask her what a word would mean, and she'd look right at us and say, "Go look it up. You can find it." She would push us to be disciplined in saving money, working, all the habits of what she felt was to live a good life. And she was always asking us to be as fiercely strong and independent as she was. And if you know any of us Hansard children, you'll know that's true. Along with the stubborn part also, because yes, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. We are her children. You see, she loved us. And as she was teaching us lessons, I believe the only lesson she was not able to learn for herself was how to love herself fully. She planted the seeds within all of her family to love, and yet she was not able to love herself as she loved us. And that's why I'm so happy all of you are here today, as it is showing her how much she was loved. So, as my mama was a teacher at heart, the one thing she would want to teach everyone here is to love fiercely, to tell your loved ones how much you love them. Plant those seeds no matter how far away they may be, even if you are not in touch with them. Love them no matter what. But most importantly, love yourself, because it's with loving yourself that you can love everyone else fully. For everything, there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven.